Hey beautiful mamas. So I wanted to talk to you today about something I think all of us think about and worry about and try and maximize every day, every week. And I just want to give you my 3 tips for making the most of your time. I know how precious time is once you become a mum because the role is never ending and the list of jobs are never ending. So I wanted to give you my top 3 tips to how to make the most of your time and how to have more time for stuff that you actually want to do. So how to have more time for the things that make you feel good and overall make this whole motherhood gig a whole lot more enjoyable. So number 1 is to get really clear on what actually needs to be done. So I think a lot of us spend a lot of time doing things that can either not be done by us, not be done at all, or are really just sort of fiddle-faddling around. Sorry for that word. I don't even know if it is a word, but you know what I mean. That just stuffing around, not really focusing and doing any one thing. And my second tip relates to that. But before I get there, I want you to really focus in on what are the essential things that you actually need to do today. And just focus on that. So there are essentials, so it might be feeding the children. It might be that you actually need to do 1 load of washing, but don't set yourself up to do 5 loads of washing. Here's a secret I've learned: you will never get to the end of the washing pile. Don't bother trying. So I just do what I need to. I let it go, I don't stress about it, and I just do what I need to. So working out what's actually important really has to be the number 1. We do spend a lot of time in our day, and I'm guilty as well. I sit down, I open up Facebook or Instagram and I scroll, and at the end of the hour, what have I done? Nothing. What do I remember? Nothing. So if you can try and scale back on those things that take our time, sitting down and watching something on TV that we don't really enjoy, we don't love, maybe you can push that out, and maybe you can bring in something, reading about something that you actually want to learn about. So if you've always wanted to learn a language, or you've always wanted to be able to do something, can you pick up a book on that instead and spend that hour, or 10 minutes as it usually actually is, 10 minutes to yourself reading on something you like rather than just wasting the time scrolling? So number 1, find out or work out what's actually important to you, what needs to be done, and what you really want to be spending your time on. So number 2 is stop multitasking. How many times do you get up, you've got the kettle on, you're unpacking the dishwasher, you're making children's lunches, probably making their breakfast at the same time. Maybe you're also trying to send an email to someone and you've got your laptop open doing something on there as well. Just me? The multitasking doesn't work because it means that your attention is divided between all these different things and you're not giving any one thing your actual undivided attention. The time it takes to switch from sending the email, so the brain's in like email mode, to making a cup of coffee, to unpacking the dishwasher, to making breakfast, to making lunches, it all takes time every time you switch. If you could just unpack the dishwasher, if you could just send the email, if you could just make the lunches, you would do those things a lot faster than it would to cover them all because you're focused and you're not trying to switch between. Of course, there are some things you can multitask. It's usually when there's like a low-level thought activity, sorting laundry, and something that will involve thought, maybe talking on the phone. So perfect combination because you're not switching between the two. The laundry folding doesn't actually take much brain power. You can do that whilst talking. But when you're trying to do a million things that take brain power and need switching between, it's never going to work. So cut multitasking out, do one thing at a time, finish that one thing, and I can guarantee that you'll feel like you have more time. The third thing is huge for mums. We need to learn how to say no. I am the worst at this. I'm going to put my hand up. This is something I'm really working on this year, learning how to say no. And for me, a big one is saying no to people I love and care about and to work that I actually enjoy doing, but it might not really serve me this week, this month, whatever. Learning to say no to people who ask things of me and I actually kind of want to do it, but it's not a, yes, I really love to do that. That's not my number one thing. And at this stage in life, I don't really have time to do things that aren't my, yes, I really want to do that. I've only got time for those really important things. The rest of my time is going to my kids. I don't want to compromise that time. So you've got to get really clear on what is a hell yes and what is a maybe sort of, and we usually say yes to those things. If you want more time and you want to feel like you've got more space around the things that you need to do in your day, you need to start saying no. So I hope that helps. My top 3 tips: work out what's really important, what's really what you want to spend your time on, stop multitasking, and learn to say no. All 3 very challenging things. I think we're constantly, daily working on them, but I guarantee you if you get them right, you'll feel like you have way more time in your day and really be enjoying this motherhood gig a lot more. Namaste.